G'day, I'm Patrick from Douglas Fur Design. Welcome to the Rebate Bits. I'm going to have a quick look at these rebate moulding bits. This is what a rebate looks like. I'm going to demonstrate this and how they can be used on a little picture frame that I'm building. You can also use them on window frames and all sorts of things. I decided to cut these rebates in a couple of passes. It's generally the best idea, especially if you have to go quite deep. The reasons that you need to do that is that if you're doing one pass on a deep rebate, there's a fair chance you might get some tear out and you could end up ruining the piece that you're working on. I'd already made this little prototype of a frame and I wanted to put a rebate in it, so I had to run the router along the inside of the frame. What that means is that I've ended up with rounded corners on all of the edges, which means that my piece of plywood, which I'm going to use for a back, won't fit right into those corners, so I'll need to chisel them out. In most cases, you can probably do all of that rebating on the pieces beforehand, before you cut them into miters to fit your frame. There's a couple different types of rebate bits, and the differences dictates the width of the rebate that you're cutting. The way that that's affected by the bit itself is the distance from the edge of the bearing to the tip of the blade. So this one is about 18mm, whereas this one is about 6.5. The depth of the rebate is set by how far you push that bit beyond the reference plate that you're working with, whether it's the table or a handheld router like this. With what I was doing, the piece of ply that I was using is 7mm thick, so I wanted to set my depth at 7mm. And I measured that from the base plate of the router to the tip of the blade. And that's how I got this plate to sit nice and flush inside that frame. There's a couple different ways of getting the different widths that you want in a rebate cut. You can either buy a whole set of rebate bits, each with different widths, or you can buy a larger rebate bit and then get different size bearings. And both of those will give you the same outcome. In the case of using one bit and different bearings though, you're going to have to take that bearing on and off every time you want to get a different width of cut. So in some cases, it might be easier if you're using them a lot to get yourself a whole set of rebate bits rather than just one that can be converted. The Torquata rebate moulding bits can be purchased at Timbecon, either online at timbecon.com.au or in store at the Perth or the Melbourne stores.